Hi, everybody. I know it's hard, but today we're covering the segmentation, something that is very, very daunting in terms of like the time uh, investment from yourself, and but very, very like a dollar centered and revenue driven because according to Klaviyo, there are brands that like the smaller the brand, I'm talking like 100K up to mil, and comparing to this brand to a nine-figure brand, the difference like in terms of like a segmentation amount of segmentations is crazy. It's staggering, guys. So what can we draw from here? Basically, the one idea that I can draw from you and point out is that segmentation making money, and the more segmentation that you have, the more, or rather the higher your RPR metric, which is revenue per recipient, will be. Now, why is that? Why is that way? Because if you basically think about segmentation, what is even segmentation? Segmentation is basically getting the right message and for the right people based on their behaviors, their answers, and the data. Right? It is data, and then you basically segment people, and then guys, like literally, even like logically thinking, if you get with the right message in front of the right people will buy more often. Like literally, like the order place, the percentage of order place skyrocket when you segment things like small brands wouldn't even think about segmenting. For example, VIP flow. I'll tell you a story here. So basically, there was this brand, and it was like selling some stickers for desktops, and basically put it on the laptop and the back end of maybe on the wall, on your refrigerator, wherever you put this fucking stickers. I don't do this because it's kind of like super cheesy, but so they were basically having the store and they were selling those stickers, and basically they had just the basic purchases, right? Like basically people that came from Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, whatever, Google, organic on their site, and they were just basically browsing around, getting into some flows. If they were on a list. They were on the list actually, because again we're talking about Klaviyo right now, email marketing, and there were people that there were subscribers, right? Like a VIP subscribers of that source. So basically, it's sort of like a Prime, like an Amazon Prime kind of feature where you get some special time, like like shipping time, special like support, right? More people like kind of like going around you and serving you like as a VIP client. You get higher discounts, you have free shipping, you have faster shipping, and so what they did is that what they've noticed is that this VIP customers did not like that they were getting basically the same emails as everybody else in the store. By everybody else, I mean not VIP subscribers. And so what they did, the brand, they segment. They literally segment the checkout. It was a checkout flow, and so whenever somebody placed an order and was mid checkout, for everybody who wasn't VIP's customer of their brand, they gave 10% off, or some tops, or some free shipping. For VIP segment, they were literally giving 20%. They were treating them more, and the point is not to give a higher incentive in terms of the discount, or like whatever is it, whether it's the percentage off or some dollars off. The point was that they were treated in a different way, and so they felt special, and that's kind of like this superiority bias, or I don't know what it was, but like guys, if you literally address those people as VIP customers, they feel more entitled to okay, act the part and place an order. And the percentage of place order were crazy. It was literally insane compared to those. Yeah, they made less money because there were less people that actually VIP customers, but compared to the numbers per one recipient, considering the revenue was crazy, it was insane. The rise was like over 50%. So compared to like them, place order was like 3. I'm talking like everyone else. With a VIP list, it was like 7+%, which is actually insane. So let's talk about segmentation right now on the screen. So Today, I want to talk about basic segmentation. Don't want to like go too like advanced. If you want advanced features, some videos I could drop them for you. It's just like not that account to show this on, but the basics one that you absolutely have to know, and still something that not many brands are utilizing. I'm talking about the brands are between 100K, a million. And by the way, yeah, if you have a brand that makes at least $200,000 per year, considering, follow the link down below. To work, if you want to work with us with Coyotes, we only specialize in pet brands, in email marketing. Klaviyo, if you want to add an extra $1 million and scale to that $1 million per year annually with your email marketing, it is possible if you have the right systems. And if you want to learn more, go to my LinkedIn and basically talk to me on LinkedIn, or just hit me up on my email, or just schedule a call right away if you want to. Kind of like if you're an A type of person. So yeah, let's just talk about the segmentation. So basically what I did here is that I created the segment of people, like of an engaged segment people, like highly engaged people, not extra engaged, but like just engaged. And by engaged, I mean somebody who opened email in the last 60 days or clicked emails. It might be like a little redundant here, but the reason I do this, and basically everybody should do and everybody does, is that sometimes Klaviyo pixel acts up and it doesn't track properly. So you really want to be safe here and have this like a click metric, or if it tracks click and doesn't track open, meaning no, sorry, if a person clicked and it doesn't track as clicked, it'll track as open, right? If a person opened an email, it doesn't actually track that he or she opened an email, it'll track as a click one. So you have this like a little fallback here. Now, of course, when you talk to everybody who's not suppressed, by suppressed I mean somebody who unsubscribed or bounced or just didn't receive the email for some reason, right? Just maybe like it just basically didn't deliver, maybe skipped, maybe just somebody who's not suppressed. What someone has done or hasn't done, place an order. I consider everybody who placed an order in the last 90 days as engaged. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is like your engaged segment here. So in terms of the names and conventions, I do kind of this thing, because I kind of like took approach. This is not like very standard within like email marketing, but just I kind of come from world of like paid advertising, and something that I get used to back in the days when I was doing the Facebook ads. So open click purchase, it looks kind of familiar to Facebook ads. So if you know how to run Facebook ads, that would be like something new to you. Now we also have this one, which is actually this is the same thing. It's kind of weird. We have okay. So there's an extra. I would call it like a I do lit, just it's like my last name, just to like that I know that people know that I created it. It will be lit extra engaged in the last 30 days. Actually, just like call it like in the last 30 days. Basically what I do here, so this is this one. Let's just save it up just so that I don't forget it. And here would be like 30 days. So everybody who basically interacted with the list, on the list with the emails, would be considered as, you can do like 60 days. You can basically like tight up the window a little bit, just to like kind of spot everybody who's extra engaged with your list. And so you have somebody who's extra engaged, somebody who is engaged, not like somewhat engaged, and then unengaged or hardly ever engaged. Or again, when you have this kind of like segmentation here, you can really like kind of think about and just adapt that for your brand and like what kind of message you want to send to these people. And so one other thing that I want to create here in Klaviyo, so I would go to segments and I would target everybody who I would call this purchasers in the last 30 days. So basically it's like your people who recently purchased something, right? You would go here, you would choose place an order in the last at least once in the last 30 days. And so yeah, basically you can use that segment right now as an exclusion. So basically you exclude everybody who purchased recently, because guys, one thing that I also noticed is that people who purchased from you recently are very pissed when you send them a lot of emails, because they feel like you just basically like are burning them, and you all actually are. And so just don't do that. Maybe you just like want to like send them some content. Again, I go over this in my later videos, so just go watch it. Don't skip right now though. Watch it till the end. It's pretty important here. So okay, we've gone over the extra engaged, right? Somebody who's engaged in the last 30 days and purchased, placed an order in the last 60 days. Somewhat engaged, just engaged. Somebody who has opened the email in the last 90 days and placed an order. Somebody who's engaged in the last 60 days. I should change that. And place an order in the last 60 days. Why is it? It feels like okay. I understand that. I just like basically duplicate that tab, and now it's yeah, I got it. So let's just go over this a little bit more again. So lit extra engaged, there'll be 30 days. This is right. Here's the mistake that I made. So you want to go here. You create that one. So this one, right? So lit engage 30 days. So somebody who opened email or click email in the last 30 days, place an order in 60 days. You go here, manage segment. You go clone segment. Just so you like create another email. Sorry guys, I just like, again, Klaviyo does like that stupid because it basically keeps everything with the same tab. I just don't like it. So okay, it's a clone segment. You would go here, you would choose so just click open purchase, and the last, let's say, like, what was that, 60 days? Yeah, 60 days. Or you can say like 90 days. Actually, I would consider somebody, yeah, in the last 90 days also pretty much engaged. Clicked this and then place an order in 60 days. Yeah, if somebody placed an order in the last like 90 days, it would be like too far. So it's just say 60, clone a segment, and so boom, you already have 2 segments. Now let's go over the another one. So this is basically lit engaged segments 30. Basically the same segment that I extra engaged, plus we can also you see like guys as a clone. You see as a clone one, and so this one is a candidate. So basically it's basically your extra engaged segments, or you can do just engaged segment for candidate. You just basically clone the segment, and then you basically put another property here, which is property about someone, country equals Canada. And oh, by the way, also guys, if you, again, depends on where you're shipping. If you ship to just within the like North America, Canada, US, that'll be easier for you because you just basically include Canada and exclude, not or, because it is or is like works as an inclusive, right? And works as exclusive. So make sure if you're excluding somebody, you put and, not or, right? So property about someone's country doesn't equal United States, because we want to basically include everybody who is who live in the United States, and include everybody who basically everybody who lives in Canada, right? But Canada, I mean like the 1st July, and the same you can do for the United States. You would just do like United States, and then you would just do by this I mean 4th of July, it would do doesn't equal Canada, and vice versa, right? Equals United States, and you would just go and hit save. Now also that something that I've covered actually in one of the previous videos is the segmentation in terms of like tagging, right? So basically when you have a flow, I'm gonna pop out this video right here. When you have your flow, and then on the backend that basically tracks everybody who shops in particular collections within your Shopify store. So just to give you an example, if somebody goes, I'm selling dog treats, right? If somebody goes and buys dog treats, right? Or let's just say, okay, if somebody buys, if somebody shops around, okay, let's just say you're selling dog treats and you're selling harnesses, leashes, dispenser for dogs, maybe some dog like supplements or food, but somebody intentionally goes into the collection of treats. And so when somebody places an order in collection of treats, you mark that person as someone who interested in treats. And so what you can do is you basically go here, property, you would choose like interest property equals treats. In this case, I target everybody who has a dog, right? Basically, I again duplicate the segment, super engaged people, right? So who clicked and opened, basically interacted with my email in the last 30 days. I go here, I create a property in their profile, which is basically spreads out all across all the profiles. I go to property about someone, then I choose the value they've created, no, the property they've created and the value attached to it, which is dog age, and there are two values that I've created, right? So adult or puppy. And so again, it's a sort of like a gathering information system. You need to you can either do this on your store, right, in the pop-ups. You can either do it on manually, which dumb. It's the dumbest idea, right? But you don't want to do that. It's the it doesn't make sense, right? So there are actually two ways, technically three, but I'm gonna exclude that one. It's either ask them on the profile. Actually, no, it's three. Ask them on the pop-up page. Third one would be gathering the information through their purchasing behavior, and the third one is ask them in the email. And I also have a video about that. It's called how to basically gather in that information, like an information property kind of like mining thing, that it is basically hidden, not even hidden, but basically placed in a link. It's called, my video is called basically link, like how to track property links. So like whenever somebody receive an email from you that contains that like a link in terms of like surveys, and when somebody click on a particular survey, it tracks or rather attach that tag to that profile of that particular person who click on a specific link. Sounds complicated, but again guys, go watch this video right here. It's gonna be called something like link property, how to gather like information through link property. I'm not sure how I call this video because I shot it, but I haven't edited this yet. So basically, in this case, somebody shopped on my store. Again, I also have this video. I have so many videos there. I have this video about this. Go watch it. I'm probably not gonna really have it pop up here because there's gonna be like too many pop-ups. But basically, I have a video about how to set up the tag, like a trigger tag flow in Klaviyo in flow section right here, and that tracks basically purchase behavior, right? It's one of the three system that gathers the property information and basically all the data from the person, and basically enrich it. It's gonna be called data enrichment, profile data enrichment, something like that. And so when somebody went on my site and they purchased, out of all the collections that I have, they purchased treats, I attach the tag to their profile as somebody who is interested in treats. But in this case, I basically send somebody an email, right, with a survey. And so in that survey, right, in that email, there was a link. There was a link about, hey, treats, new releases, trending, something like that. And they click, basically, actually, I mean, it's how the standard would look like. But basically, I asked them how old your dog is, or basically what best describe your dog's age. So you can gather like different information. So I just give you an example, right? You can basically, again, it depends on what you're selling, right? So in this case, right, you see as a property about someone dog's age. How did I gather this particular property here? Basically, I sent an email to a person asking them what sort of like, it sounds like sort of as what best describe your dog's age, and I basically put 3 images of a puppy, somewhat like in between, kind of like adolescent dog and adult dog, and that particular person chose he or she chosen adult, right? That's why I call this adult, right? So dog's age equals adult. If he or she had chosen a puppy, then the Klaviyo would attach puppy to their profile, and then again, I would basically they wouldn't be basically included here. But again, guys, it's just a segment. It basically gather everybody with this tag overall and send them the particular email they can craft based on this segment. And then the other segment would be something like puppy, right? It's just one segment. But what I would do, actually, let's just actually do it with you. I know, guys, it's kind of like it's kind of like hard to gather right now, but what I would do is I would update the segment. So basically, this segment is particularly for everybody who answered the question in my survey that I sent them with my email that they have an adult dog. Basically, this segment is gathered around and basically targeted specifically to everybody who has an adult dog, and you can basically create a message based on this you can create a whole campaign with or a flow if you want to, with some promotions only for adult dogs or adult dog owners. Now what you can do for everybody who answered the puppy in that email, you can go and clone this email, right? You go just do that, and then you basically replace this one word with puppy. And so this segment would be for only that's the keyword, for everybody whose dog is a puppy or who is a puppy dog owner. What I would do is a basic clone, and boom, I just have two segments: somebody who's an adult, somebody who's a puppy, or I could do the third one, everybody who's everybody who's an adolescent dog owner who has an dog with it, like age between, I guess, like year, maybe like year and a half old. So that's pretty much it, guys. I know it was like a little bit like confusing. Just go watch it. I maybe like tripped up a couple times here, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The importance of segmentation, I cannot stress this enough how important this is actually. Like there's so many, like, again, guys, there are a billion ways. There's so many properties. The Klaviyo properties. There are even region properties. There are gender properties, gender assumption properties, which sounds kind of like, in 2021. But there are states. Just imagine what you can do also, like, if you just want to really go crazy with it. You can literally, like, create, like, there's so many ways to create campaigns. Like, honestly, I have a videos on how to create campaigns already. Again, depends on where you're watching this, but you can basically come up with so many ideas. For example, if you go here, if you go to listen segments, let's just like literally get weird with this thing. If you go here and you go to listen segment, and let's just say we want to get really weird, and just to assume that we are a brand that is on Shopify and we're only selling to, let's say, United States, right? What I would call this is Coyotes, which is my agency name, but you would just put your Shopify brand, Coyotes, Engage. I'm gonna be like doing this based on based on everybody who is, come on, engaged in the last, let's say, like 90 days, or actually let's just say 180 days, whatever. That would be also pretty cool. So what you would do here is you would go and like place an order in the last 180 days, and somebody who, actually no, let's do 90 days, and somebody who opened an email at least once in the last 180 days, right? And somebody who click email, right? Because as I said, guys, you always want to like have somebody to fall back on in terms of if a Klaviyo doesn't track properly. Sometimes that happens, and you don't like play with your odds, right? And so basically, so this is the essential foundation for So yeah, this is basically the like a foundation for everybody who's like somewhat engaged, right? But also what we can do, let's just say Maryland, like I can do national, I can see right now, national Maryland Day. Sounds weird, right? Sounds sus. What I mean by that, well, what you can do here is basically you can go add properties about someone, and if you're shipping to the US, right, you can go and choose that would be either you can do what was that? State and region equals Maryland, right? If somebody bought from Maryland, I mean, if you have like a huge list, you can literally do National Maryland Day, which is like March 25th, I guess, or Californians Day, which is like September 20th, New York Day, September 21st, and then Arizona's Day, July 20. I don't remember actually. Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah. I'm sorry, my Arizona's viewers. I actually don't know. It was July 21st. Sounds okay. I don't want to guess that. But yeah, and so you would schedule this campaign. Yeah, that would be as a campaign, right? That would be, hey, like Maryland residents, happy Maryland Day, happy National Maryland Day. Here's the 20% off or 50% off just because you're in Maryland. How personal it is, how touchy it is. Hey, here's a 50% off for your dogs, right? For our treats. Hey, it's a Maryland Day. Make it. Let's celebrate it with your dog, right? Also, what you can do here is or properties about someone in terms of like location and the zip code of Maryland. I don't remember, but something like 301. I remember 301, but I don't remember like the code, like 301 something like. I'm sorry, I actually don't remember. And so we basically put something like 301. Let's just assume, but it's not a zip code. It's a code just of the city. And then in terms of like miles, you just like do like 400 miles. You can do like 1400 miles to cover the whole DMV area, right? So okay, DMV 301, you got it, bro, you got it. So yeah, guys, there's so many ways you can do this. I already covered the Canada Day, United States Day. You can do some something with the UK, if again depends on if you're shipping to this GDPR kind of countries where they don't like to be emailed, especially with cold emails. But so many ways to do this, and gotta be coming more, guys. If you really want to like drop any comment below and just like ask me, hey Daniel, like I just want something more advanced, something that is very, very tricky, and there's like I just want to blow my mind with segmentation because I know how to do it. And if you want to see it, drop a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. So guys, it was Daniel Lit, and basically yeah, pretty much in the next video I'm gonna be going over maybe something about I don't know, campaigns or something. Again guys, we're serving pet brands, and all my content actually, if you see on my channel, is centered around the pet brands. This is something that I actually have expertise in, and if you have a pet brand, feel free to reach out to Coyotes. It's the best email marketing agency specialized specifically in pet brands. We're actually the best in the market, like literally, just because we just spent so much time gathering. I funnel hacked. I've email funnel hacked more than 400 pet stores. I know all the subject lines or the emails, or they actually spend my own money to buy their products just to see if there's some different flows. And yeah, I forced my team to spend their money. I mean, of course, I was paying them for it, but it was, tax deductible because it was in terms of, if you're in business, you're in business. You understand what I'm talking about. So guys, it was Daniel Lit, and yeah, it's already 30 minutes here. Pretty much, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.